What up, Scorpio? Welcome to your September 2019 love read. We're going to try this again because I tried to do your reading before, and like halfway through the recording, I got a call because I do volunteer first aid, and I had a call and had to go run a first aid call. So we're going to try it again. And hopefully no interruptions this time because I'm on call Wednesday nights. So I'm doing a 12 card Celtic Cross for Scorpio's love life, and we shall see what comes up. I know I haven't been doing tarot for a while. I apologize. I'm back. Also trying to be kind of quiet. My sister's trying to sleep. This resonates to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. That was a horrible shuffle. If you don't know what that is, look up your natal chart. Go to Google, type in natal chart, N-A-T-A-L, and type in all the information that it asks, and that tells you your birth chart in astrology. So this is a Scorpio reading for your probably a Scorpio sun. If this doesn't make sense, see what your moon sign is. Say your moon sign is Sagittarius, then go watch Sagittarius reading. If your Venus sign is a Libra, go watch the Libra reading. It might make sense, it might resonate. Now remember, these are all general readings, so they can't resonate to everybody. There are millions of Scorpios in the world. So if it doesn't resonate, don't try and force it to resonate. It's not your story. But if it does resonate, awesome. Give me a thumbs up and comment. Tell me what you think, whatever. Or subscribe. That would go to two more shuffles. Wow. Okay. This looks really good, actually. Okay. The only reason I look a little off is because like the last Scorpio read that I tried to do, it seemed negative. Just like starting out, it seemed negative. But the first card we had was the same card, the Two of Cups. Okay, so you have Two of Cups is your current situation. Two of Cups is a strong soulmate connection, a love connection, right? This is a love read, makes sense. So, strong soulmate love connection, right? And what's opposing that is, on top of that, you have the Hermit in reverse, which talks about coming out of isolation with somebody, coming back together with somebody. It's like, maybe in the past you were isolated from this person, you guys separated, you disconnected, but now you're coming back together and you're coming out of this period of isolation. Maybe you had an argument and like you both put your egos aside and decided, okay, let's just come back together and drop this thing, whatever. Think about a hermit. A hermit is somebody who lives alone, does everything alone, whatever. They're all by themselves. In the reverse, you're coming out of that hermit mode, right? And you're coming together. Don't need to beat a dead horse there. In the past, you had the moon. The moon talks about fears and illusions, and like I can't think of the word. It's like illusions, but like self illusions, where like basically your fears are like getting the better of you and like making you see something like differently than it really is, and like whatever, right? So in the past, whatever it was that you were scared of, it was holding you back. You were having all these different illusions of it, whatever. Sorry, I'm really tired right now, but I really want to get these readings out because I meant to do them yesterday. Something came out yesterday. I was busy. Excuses. Sorry. Okay, your goal here is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles talks about reaping what you sow, basically. So it's like a mix of reaping what you sow and watching something grow. Okay, so there are multiple ways you can take it. Being that this is your goal, I'm taking it as you want this to grow. You want to keep watching it grow. and like see where it goes from here, right? You put it like plenty of time and effort into it already. You want to see how much it can blossom and like how far it can really go. And what's driving that, here you have temperance. Temperance talks about like balance, like balance. It's kind of like to me it reminds me of the Six of Pentacles. It talks about balance, equal give and take, enlightenment, being stable in yourself and like centered in yourself. So like you're stable and centered and balanced and like enlightened to what you want, and what you want is to make this grow. Like you see the potential and you want to keep trying to make it work and see what you can make out of it, right? So your internal energy, which is you, is the Queen of Swords. This one throws me off a little bit. So it's like you're being cold and detached, but you're also being smart. Okay. Swords talk about mental energy. And this queen, she's a queen. She obviously has power. She obviously knows what she's doing. I mean, if she was a page, I would say, a little naive, right? Because the pages are like in the early stage. Queen, she's already worked her way up. She knows what she's doing. She's smart. She's intellectual. She doesn't just dive straight into things. Like she actually thinks about it from like a logical standpoint. But at the same time, she doesn't have her emotions involved at all, right? She's not looking at this from an emotional standpoint. She's looking at this from a logical standpoint. How do I proceed forward? Okay. And also notice she got her sword there. It's not by her side. It's in her hand. So she's ready to cut a motherfucker. She's ready to cut a motherfucker if she has to. Sorry, I just had a moment. I just got like such a funny mental image. But she's ready to cut somebody if she has to. Whether it's cut you off or to defend herself, right? Because she's not going to deal with any bullshit. So that's your influence right now. That's how you're like handling this right now, right? You're being cold and detached and emotionless in this and thinking logically, okay? Now, their influence, external influence, which typically I always read as their influence, is the Chariot. Chariot talks about driving forward towards success, towards your goals. What's the word? Not aggressive. Valiantly driving forward. I don't think I'm using that right. But like just driving forward towards your goal. Like you know what it is you want. You're going for it, and you're just off to the races, right? Now, whether this is moving on from you, whether this person is going like and moving on from you, or they're coming towards you. With how everything's played out here, I'm gonna say they're coming towards you. I mean, if you have this soulmate love connection, and you're coming out of hermit mode from each other, I'm gonna say they're coming towards you, right? Also, I just realized I skipped over the near future. Your near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles to me is always the nurturing mother. You see her, she's holding this pentacle, she's cradling it in her lap, right? She's nurturing this. And this is earth energy, so it's something stable, something tangible. And she's like nurturing the idea of this. And again, she's not a page, she's a queen. She knows what the fuck she's doing. Okay, so that's coming up in your future. Like you guys are going to be nurturing this connection in a smart, logical, tangible way, a stable way, right? So, okay. Again, I'm sorry I skipped over that one, but we did your influence, their influence. Now your hope, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups is not walking away, okay? Or the Eight of Cups in reverse is not walking away. The Eight of Cups upright is a card of walking away, is cutting your losses and just walking away. In the reverse, it's like, I'm not walking away from this. I'm going to keep trying. I want to try again, okay? That is your hope. Your hope is to try again. Your fear is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is kind of like, oh, my back. Is kind of like a, I want to say like a fruitless victory. So that's how somebody put it once, and I thought that was a perfect example. It's like you kept fighting and fighting and fighting until not until you won. It was just until the people just like gave up and they were just like, this is stupid. Like, damn it. So like you see him, he looks like sly, like he's like smirking. He's like showed you, and these guys, the other guys, they're just like, dude, this ain't even worth it. Like I'm just walking away. So like your fear, I think it's either, it's I'm gonna take this like your fear is like getting into a pissing match with this person, and like it just comes to the point where you finally, and again, swords, that's mental energy. So it's like pissing that, like that's like arguments and like outsmarting a person, or basically like I said, like a pissing match, like you have to be right. So either you're afraid that it's gonna come to that where you are constantly like fighting and you become the person that like has to be like, ah, fuck you, I'm winning, like I'm not giving up, like I'm just gonna keep going until you give up. So either you fear you doing that or you fear them doing that. Okay. But your outcome is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the victory card. Okay. See him? He won. He's like, oh, Instagram. Hey, what's up? What do you call it? It's a victory card. It's charging forward with that victory. You won the prize. Like you have everyone around you cheering you on, right? You're going to have victory in this. If you keep going the way you're going to have victory in this. Also, there's another side to this, which I'm just going to point out, but because you got to give all sides or as many sides as you see. But there's another side to the Six of Swords where it's not Six of Swords. Yeah, wow. The fact that I said that correlates to the other side of the Six of Wands. It could be moving on from this. Because if you see, they're marching forward, yes, but they're not looking this way. They're not looking at us, right? They're looking away. So they could be marching forward to victory elsewhere, right? Similar to the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on to a better situation, moving from a shitty situation out of turbulent waters into calmer waters, right? So that's the flip side of it. So based on this, I'm going to say you're marching forward to a happy situation with this person. Like I think you're going to have victory with this person with just by how the rest of the cards are going. But I felt I should say the other flip side to that you could be moving on from this person and finding victory elsewhere. It's a possibility, right? So for your advice, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords talks about clarity. The Ace of Swords is like when you get the Ace of Swords, it's like you have all the clarity in the situation. You know everything there is to know. And because you have that clarity, you can make take the necessary steps. I can't talk to move forward. And with it being in the reverse, as your advice, I'm gonna take that as you don't need to know everything. Like you don't need to know everything that's going on or like everything about the situation to make this work, right? It's kind of like taking a leap of faith. And I know it's not the Fool card. The Fool card is the card of taking a leap of faith. But it's like, if it came up in the upright, I would say, wait until you know everything about the situation. Wait until you have like full-on clarity about what's going on, what they're like, what you're like, what they're feeling, what you're feeling. Make sure you know all that. But it's coming up in the reverse. So I think it's kind of saying like, to move forward, like you don't need to know every little detail. Just keep doing what you're doing. It seems like you're already going about this in a very logical way. You don't want to walk away from it. You're coming back together. You want to see this grow because you feel like you're stable and like this is a good connection. Oh, wow. That's cool. So you have the Two of Cups, which is your situation. In Temperance, he's holding the Two Cups. Like, you feel like this is a complementary connection. That's awesome. You don't need to know every little detail to move it forward. I think it was Martin Luther King, and I could be completely wrong on this. Don't hold it against me. Said, you don't need to be able to see the whole staircase to get to your goal. All you need to do is take the next step. As you take the step, the other step, or the next step will be revealed to you. right? So you don't need to know everything. Just go forward with it. Take your time, be logical about it, but move forward with it. Because that's just what the cards are saying, I mean. Also, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. So the bottom of the deck talks about like the undertone of the entire reading. The Magician is a card of manifestation. You have all the tools and all the ability and the talent to manifest whatever situation you want, right? So that's just confirmation that like you're manifesting this into the situation that you want. You're using your, I'm gonna say tools, just because you see he has all the tools. He has a wand, he has a sword, he has a cup, he has a pentacle, right? He has all the swords, and he has infinite knowledge to do whatever he wants. And what's crazy, the card that was under that was the Seven of Pentacles. Seven? Eight of Pentacles, which talks about working towards a goal. Okay? And under that, the Six of Swords in reverse, not moving on, not going to a different situation. So I'm going to say how I said before, the Six of Wands is a possibility of moving on to a different situation. I don't think so. This is in reverse. You're not going to a different situation, right? You're working towards this. You're using your tools and manifestation powers, I don't know how else to put it, to move this situation forward, right? You have the tools. Make it happen. So, Scorpio, that is what I have for you. I'm glad I got this out. And this was a much better reading than the one before, which is pretty cool. Again, if it resonated, awesome. If it didn't resonate, it's not your story. Don't try and make it resonate. You're just gonna fuck yourself up like that. If you like this video, awesome. Please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Let's try and grow this channel a little bit. As you can tell, I like astrology. I have some of the things on my hands. Anyway, I just saw that while I was sitting there. I forget I have them half the time. So yeah, if you like it, awesome. If it resonates, awesome. Please like, share, subscribe this video, and stay tuned. There will be more videos coming up. Check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos. And next week, I'm going to be doing general readings, which can cover any topic. It might be a continuation to your love story. It might be a work story. It might be a family story. It might be whatever, you know? Who knows? So, catch you guys later in the next video. Till then, have a good time.